After last weekend's away day against Celtic in the Scottish Cup, it's back to First Division action for Dundee as they take on Greenock Morton, who they have an excellent record against. 3 home wins, including one in the CIS Cup last season for Dundee at Dens, and also a 1-0 win earlier this season when Eric Payton scored the winning goal and gave Dundee all 3 points. Dundee have made 3 changes in the team that did so well against Celtic last weekend. Outdrop David Cowan and Chris Pozniak. Chris Pozniak dropping out to the starting lineup for the first time this season for Dundee. And Paul McHale and Antoine Courier have come back into the starting lineup. And the observant ones of you will realise that's only 2 changes for Dundee. Morton had a week off last week, having been knocked out by Peterhead in the Scottish Cup in the 3rd round. They make 3 changes, and it really is 3 changes to their starting lineup. Dominic Shimmin, Alan Jenkins and James Grady. Former Dundee striker, of course, has not made it, and so they've all dropped out. In for Morton come Chris Smith and Alan McManus, and Brian Wake. It's a man joining Peter Weatherson up front instead of James Grady. Dundee will have to be wary of the attacking threat of Peter Weatherson. 2 goals in his last outing against Queen of the South, including a last-minute equaliser that brought Dundee ever closer to the leading pack in the First Division. Paul McHale just getting our feet in the ball, back in the starting lineup this weekend. Paul McHale will be missing out in recent weeks. Jockey Scott today choosing him over Canadian international Chris Pozniak. She'll be a disappointment for the Canadian, missing out for the first time this season. Courier looking for options. Decides to go all the way over to the far side. It's McEwen. And Shinney just losing out in the challenge there, but he's won a throw-in for Dundee on the far side. Freddie Dakan over to take, continuing to enjoy his rebirth under Jockey Scott. Fine run of form, the French winger. And Payton decides to take a shot as Dakan again. Now Payton. And Curry having to look what's in the air and just get a push in the back from Gratian. Now Payton, and just letting the ball run onto the touchline, but not out, says the referee. And McAllister wins the foul on the far side. The tricky winger doing well against Dakan. And Morton missing the very impressive Dominic Shimmin in the centre of their defence. Did so well against Dundee earlier on in the season. Former Young Player of the Year in the First Division. Sorry, Young Player of the Month, not Young Player of the Year. Very impressive nonetheless. Lachlan decides to go for the short option with Payton. Looking long for McMenamin to run onto, but Walker was watching that one all the way. Comfortably letting it run out for the goal kick. Cuthbert looking for Weatherson and almost finding Brian Wake with a header there. Weatherson. Smith gets rid of that one for Morton. Dundee reverting back to the tee up front, having started the last few games with just the one man up front. Obviously against Celtic at Parkhead, you always going to be facing a back to the walls job. And last home game against Dunfermline as well, Jockey Scott opting to go just the one man up front. Back to the two today, Courier back in the starting lineup. It's a long ball in, looking for the header from Weatherston, but it's headed out of danger. Comes back through to Weatherston and just got hit at him. The Greenock front man couldn't get the ball under control and it just rolls through to Douglas. Smith jumped over the back of Courier there. Fenny Dakan choosing a more physical approach with the Morton midfield, just not getting it quite right on this occasion. McEwen fires it long down the field. Just washed all the way though by Walker. Only finds Payton though, and he's fed it back out to Malone. And Malone skips past the challenge of McGuffey. Now O'Brien. And Finlayson stuck to him well there. O'Brien just forced him to go back the way. But Payton has worked all the way up the far side for Dakan and finds Courier with the box. And Courier, well, I'm not sure if he got much of a touch on it, but it's gone all the way through and it's going to be a goal kick. But Dundee working the ball into the space as well. Finding Dakan out wide on the right, and Courier, I'm not sure if he managed to get a touch on that, but the challenge was put in and maybe just enough to put him off his strike. McAllister just tried to keep that one in. McHale and Wake got a ball in the face there, but no harm done. And McMenamin's got Gratian all over the back of him there, but play on. Good advantage by the referee. Here's Dakan now. Smith going over to close the angle down. Decides to go in low. And McMenamin just taking it away from Courier before McHale has a shot saved. Just the one goal this season for Paul McHale coming against Alloa in the Challenge Cup. Not adding to his tally there. Had a good opportunity to get the strike on goal. Washed by Cuthbert. It's Finlayson, lets the ball go right between his legs there. Not keeping his eye on the ball. Malone. And Loughlin. Back to Malone. A chip ball through, looking for the one of McMenamin. And Masterton. And coming back there from midfield, just fires out into touch for the throw in. Loughlin just lets the ball run under his boot. He's fired it all the way across to Dakan, who maybe just took his eye off the ball as well there, like Finlayson down on the near side. Not watching the bounce on it. Just rolled past him. Smith knocks it long, looking for Brian Wake, and Loughlin's jump was all over the place. Didn't really get much of a contact on the ball at all, and had to concede a throw-in. And Morton can push some men up forward for this attack. Masterton trying to get the ball in the box, but McHale blocks it away. Smith looking to take the quick throw. Here's McAllister. Fires it into the box, and Weatherston's going up for the ball, and it might just come here to Finlayson. And it does indeed now. He's running, trying to get around the back of O'Brien. McGuffey is over there to give him a hand, and now Finlayson uses him. Now McGuffey can get the ball in. Weatherston misses the header, and Wake was lurking at the far post, but Douglas recovers in the end. So Courier's going to be jumping with Walker, and Walker in the end decides to knock the ball out for a throw in. Eddie Malone was over to take it. Now Payton fired in low to McMenamin, who ends up pointing the wrong way and running back towards his own defence there. And Payton stayed down, but he's back up on his feet now, just trying to run this one off. Dakan going on toe-to-toe with Brian Wake there, and in the end, Wake's hard work pays off, wins the throw-in. Chris Smith will push up to take it, and now Wake getting stuck into Dakan again, and just slag pass from Wake's giving it away, and now Courier can come over the halfway line, running at Alex Walker. O'Brien running inside him, just a misplaced pass from Courier allows Masterton to mop up, and his long ball's found Weatherston, and Lachlan just gets enough of a boot in it to take the sting out of the shot, and Douglas catches. Long down the field from Douglas, just a bit too long for McMenamin this time. Just over the head of Finlayson. Walker just heads that back to Malone to try again from the throw-in, and this time it's played all the way over to the far side with Dakan. And he's looking for the run of Courier here. He's going up against McManus. Dakan looking for options here from the throw-in, and Shanae just ends up with the ball knocked past Dakan to try again. This time Dakan taking his time over it, and challenge from McAllister there, just enough to force Dundee all the way back. Now Payton back out to Dakan, who just slipped there but had time to recover. And linesman on the far side says the ball had gone out before Smith managed to clear it away. Dakan again having to take his time over the throw-in before just giving it straight back to Morton. And Dakan's going to put Smith under pressure here, and Dakan does enough to win it back off Smith, but bit of a heavy touch from Dakan, took it over the byline for a goal kick. Finlayson just held back by Malone there, but no fouls as the referee. Now Wake jumping with McEwen, and McEwen judged to have pushed Wake. And Wake's having words with the linesman on the near side, saying he was pulled back, and I think he wants a bit more action taken against McEwen. I think the referee's happy to let it go, but Wake really was furious about the challenge from Craig McEwen. But it is going to be a free kick in a dangerous area for Morton. Masterton's gone over to take it. It's a two-man wall. Takes it now, and it's fired a goal by Stephen Masterton, and wasn't a million miles away. I don't think Douglas really knew where it was going. Courier flicks it on and knocked away by McManus. Malone just steps inside and now finds O'Brien. He's going to be worried with Finlayson running behind him. Then McHale knocks it down the wing again for O'Brien, and Walker just has to come across and mop it up. And McGuffey is wanting the throw in here, head and hands, as the referee gives it to Dundee. O'Brien just put off by the challenge of Finlayson. Now Walker looking long from the throw in here, wanting his teammates to push up the park a bit. Malone wins the header, and McHale thought about trying to keep it in there, but couldn't reach it in the end. And Walker again will look long from this throw in. Weatherston going for the header this time, and has come through to Wake, but the referee's pulled it back. Foul on Weatherston. Masterton over to take this free kick. And as curler gone past the one-man wall. It's fired out of the danger area though for a corner kick. Oh no, the linesman signalling it's going to be a throw in to Morton, in fact. So Walker again. This time using the throw in a more attacking area. Knocks it long, looking for Wake at the near post, and it's headed back in by Masterton, but Douglas comfortably claiming that one. Douglas gets it long and is headed out by Grayson. Now Dakan. And McMenamin just fell late by the Morton man, waiting to get his number. It's Alan McManus. The referee pulls it back for the free kick. So then Payton has got McEwen and Loughlin up in the box, and Loughlin gets onto it with his feet, but the ball just deflected away, and Smith completes the clearance. It's going to be a throw in to Dundee on the far side. And Payton just couldn't quite get a turn there, and throw-in's gone Morton's way. I thought McAllister knocked that one out. But also the referee in a far better position. Now Wake gets turned well, and just a bit too far ahead of McGuffey. Now here's Weatherston, and Loughlin heads out to the danger area. For Morton, breaking with numbers there, had men going down the wings and other support in the box. And the ball fired over to Finlayson, and Douglas will claim that one without too much problem. But Morton starting to create attacking opportunities. Not quite testing Douglas yet, but you think many more attempts like these, they could just do that. McManus clearing the danger there. Malone has to go all the way back to Loughlin. And back to Malone, and he's looking long for Courier there, just a bit too long for him, and Masterton can come away with a loose ball. Now Finlayson, Wake's making a run ahead of him, but in the end Finlayson has decided to pick the option that nobody thought he would, and just knocking it back to his own bench. And Dakan can run forward. McAllister just putting on under a bit of pressure there, but Dakan got it away. And the attack breaks down in the end though. Weatherston. And McHale breaks that Morton attack. Now McHale looking for options ahead of him. Courier just trying to do the fancy things there, Courier, before he can walk. McHale now looking for Courier's going with Alan McManus. Courier's got the strength to beat him, cuts inside. McMenamin's there, just played behind McMenamin from Courier. He has to work it out to Dakan now. Courier, McMenamin still in the box. Goes left footed looking for McMenamin at the back post, but headed out. Now Payton. And O'Brien just got the ball caught under his feet there. Now Finlayson can come away with it. O'Brien's sticking with him though. And Finlayson went down quite easily. But referee signalling there was a bit of a tug on the shirt. Pulls it back for the free kick. It's Walker. Plenty Morton attackers forwards here. Aimed at Weatherston, but it's headed down. And thought the ball maybe went out of play there. Now McAllister heads it in. Gratian was just a bit too short to go for that one, but he was certainly in a good position there, Stuart Gratian, if the cross had been better. Malone has to be careful of Brian Wake coming in behind him. And Loughlin. Back to Malone again, and Wake suddenly working hard in the Morton attack. Chasing down every ball. Receiving treatment, Jim Loughlin. The man coming off and possibly having an injury. He's just limping off. And David Cowan enters the frame. Started last week against Celtic. And a couple of games before that against Dunfermline and Queen of the South. He's on after half an hour here. And Paul McHale will just probably just need to get his wits about him again. He did block a stinger of a shot from Stephen Masterton. Maybe just needing a second to get his head back together again. And he's ready to come back on though. The referee just beckoning him back, but Paul McHale putting his head on the line, literally, for Dundee and breaking up that attack. Dakan just losing out in the challenge there, but wins the throw in. Cowan getting his first touch on the ball, looking for Colin McMenamin. The ball drops to Shinnie, works it back out to Courier, and it's blocked by McManus. Courier again, and saved by Cuthbert, and O'Brien seemed to have a goal at his mercy there. Cuthbert recovered well though. Wake getting turned well. Weatherston. And Malone will have to watch out here because McAllister was right behind him. Malone chooses the safety first option. Fires out for the throw in. Walker. McEwen just heads it more up than out. Now O'Brien fires it into Finlayson, and Finlayson gets the break of the ball there. McHale though comes across to break it up, and now looking long for Courier, and Cuthbert was caught a bit in two minds there. Maybe came charging out of the box before choosing to charge back into it again. Wake. Now Finlayson. Now Wake again. Payton gets that one away. McHale just knocks it up into the air, and McMenamin goes down. The referee's has pulled it back now. I thought he was playing an advantage, and he was. Just delaying before blowing the whistle, Colin Brown. Letting the game flow, or trying to let the game flow before pulling it back. Courier just loses out there with Gratian. And Malone going with Finlayson. I thought Malone had a tug of the shirt. Here's Weatherston again. Now Wake wide in the right. Masterton's considering running to the box, but Wake couldn't get the cross past Malone. It's going to be Walker. This throw in, and McHale just gets that one away. Shinney completes the clearance, and now Payton knocks it long over the halfway line, but McManus will just knock all the way back to Robert Douglas, gifting possession away. Cowan just having to be careful here with Wake all over him. And in the end, I think the referee's given the throw in. Now Smith just going for goal, and it's blocked, and Finlayson not connecting well with the shot at all, and just lets it run out. Walker just looking for some options here. Goes long. Finlayson crowds out, couldn't get onto it. Now Walker fires it into Paul McHale. And Walker will have the opportunity to try again from the long throw-in. And it's knocked into the air and headed back out again. Comes to Weatherston though, and not getting his angles right at all there. Cowan will just have to watch it there. Say to let it go out. Brian Wake again, just chasing down every ball. Certainly working hard, the Morton frontman. And Malone. And O'Brien just have to be careful here with Walker coming in. And Walker just got a bit too much of a heavy touch on that, and the ball runs out for the throw-in. McEwen. And McMenamin just lets that ball run, and McHale picks it up. Tries to get it back to McMenamin. Gratian ends up heading it out. Malone back to McHale. McMenamin just couldn't thread the ball through to Malone that time. Now Brian Wake is having a good first half here. It's the ball run all the way out to Chris Smith. Now McAllister tries to chip the ball past Cowan, and Cowan in the end gets his head about him and puts the ball out for a throw-in. It's going to be Smith looking for this throw-in, and gets the ball in, but overheads in the cross, runs all the way through. Douglas looks long for Courier. McManus getting his head on it though. He's Dakan now. Shinny. And misplaced pass from Shinny. Morton can come away with it. Here's Wake against McEwen. Wake still going into the box, and ball's gone out of play before Finlayson gets it in the back of the net, but the ball had gone out before Wake can make the cutback. O'Brien now, just him and McHale getting a bit too close to each other there in the centre of the park. Resolve the differences now though. McMenamin couldn't get the head on it this time, and Wake will come back to put Payton under pressure, but Payton finds Dakan out wide. Now McAllister comes away with it for Morton. Payton just blocking that pass from getting through to Wake. Smith. Just comes back to Smith again. Now Brian gets it away. And now Masterton urged to shoot, and fouled by Payton. And Masterton and McGuffey is having a word about this free kick. It's Masterton that's placed it. McGuffey just walking away now. And Courier, also late addition to this Dundee wall, which Brian Wake has also found a place in. And it's chip ball has found the posts from Stephen Masterton. Didn't have any power behind it at all, but the ball found a way through. Douglas was beaten. Wake finding space in the centre of that Dundee midfield. Now O'Brien running out wide with Finlayson for company. O'Brien still going, but the ball had gone out, says the referee. Walker looking long for Weatherston, who heads it on, and Wake forces the McEwen to head us out. And I think they're actually given a foul for the push by Brian Wake. Certainly the free kick going to be taken. Not happy with the physical challenge. Headed down by Shinnie. Knocked away. Payton. Back out to this near side with Malone. Now back over to Payton. Darkan plenty of space on the far side, deciding to go through the middle. Here's Courier, and he gets the ball caught under his feet and has to work it all the way out to Darkan now. And now O'Brien going in. Cuthbert, though, brave to go in at the feet of David O'Brien. Now Morton, come away with it. Here's Finlayson with a curling ball, and Wake, I thought, just might have been able to get in the end of that from Finlayson. But no, now Dundee getting the chance to come forward themselves. Now McEwen, the chip ball, and O'Brien's not really going to win that one. It's a bit too high, not really much of a presence in the air. Kevin Cuthbert just placing the ball. Clock ticking up to half-time here at Dens, 2 or 3 minutes before half-time whistle will blow. Courier just gets onto it, and the two of them, Courier and McMenamin, just not on the right wavelength there, but Courier benefits from the slip, and now O'Brien runs around Masterton and get the ball in. O'Brien and McManus, it was, sliding in to get the ball away. It's going to be Andrew Shinnie coming over to take the first corner kick of this first half for Dundee. Shinnie. It is, and Courier gets the head on it and just over the bar. Cuthbert was watching it though, he wasn't really under any pressure there. Former St Johnstone keeper. Cuthbert knocks it high into the Dundee sky and comes off Weatherson. Weatherson having words with the referee and the linesman. Not happy about something. Don't think it's in particular the throw-in, probably just a combination of many factors. Malone, now Payton just has to turn inside, and McGuffey was putting him under pressure there, Payton. Getting away with it though, the Dundee man. Now Wake picks up the loose ball from McAllister, and McEwen comes back to cover up. Smith though now for Morton. Masterton has to go back to Chris Smith, and that ball's high, looking for Weatherson, who nods the ball down for Finlayson, but O'Brien kept his eye on the ball, knocks it away. Walker looking long from the throw-in. Headed out of by Malone. Now McHale, and Payton picks up the loose ball, knocks it out to Darkan, and Darkan will get the chance to run at Chris Smith here. Now cuts inside now Darkan, and he is running in circles there, Freddy Darkan, by the looks of it there. Now back out to O'Brien, going against it with Walker, and O'Brien cuts inside, and Courier's there, and McMenamin. I don't think he was expecting it, because otherwise he would have fired it into the gaping Morton net. But he's won the corner kick though. Shinnie going across to take it from the far side. McEwen and Malone just meandering their way up to the Morton box. Shinnie is aimed at McEwen, but Cuthbert gets two safe hands on that ball. Payton knocked out now McGuffey, and Wake was clattered late there and wins the foul. Douglas not happy with that at all, throwing the ball away in disgust at a decision. And Morton having hit the post last time. Will fancy the chance again from this free kick opportunity. It's Masterton again, standing over it. Weatherson just going over to have a word with him. And it's Masterton, and Douglas gets 2 hands behind it again. The ball hasn't gone out. Well, it has now. And the referee just having a quick check of the watch. Not far away from half time. Now Walker. The long throw looking for Weatherson, who just slipped before the ball could come to him. Gratian knocks it back in, but Brian Wake, he's offside. And Brian Wake has stayed down here. And I think the suggestion was that there was just a little bit of a contact between Douglas and Brian Wake as he went for the ball there, but the Morton man was offside, so shouldn't have been there. And Courier can nod that ball onto McMenamin. Now worked out to Dakan. Running at McAllister and Chris Smith, Freddie Dakan all by himself. Wins a throw off McAllister though. And now Freddie Dakan just maybe just could have taken the throw in a bit quicker there. Here's Dakan again though. Looks long, and Courier just ends up behind Kevin Cuthbert. And Cuthbert got both hands on it. And that's half time at Dens, and Morton have had the better chances. A couple of good saves from Robert Douglas and also striking the post. Morton looked the more dangerous.
Goals between Dundee and Greenock Morton. Both teams having a very good first half, and I'm sure the second half will be the exact same. Here we go. Morton with a kick off. And Daquin lets it run up for a throw in. Cowan to take the throw in. It's out by Masterton to Wake. McGuffey's trying to get through the Dundee defence. And it's swift upfield by Malone. And it's gone all the way back to Cooper. He gets a good clearance and almost picks out Weatherson. Brian Wake on to Finlayson. And McEwen comes across and puts out a play for a throw in. And it comes headed away by Malone, and McHale gets a chance to clear. We're thrown to Dundee. Malone with the throw in, Courier. So another throw into Dundee. Malone. And Green to get the ball away. Only as far as McEwen, who thumps it back up. Looking for the run of Courier. And Courier penalised. And Grayson has been given the free kick from Morton. Up from Cooper. One by Weatherson. Wake's trying to hold off McEwen. He's done well, cleans behind ball, but McAllister no has it. He's taking on Daquin, he's done very well. And Daquin gets across to get the ball out. Corner kick to Morton. And it goes, it's deep. And Douglas is able to hold on. Brad puts it out to Malone. To Paul McHale. McHale switching to find Darkwing. And the freshman still has it, but he's done well. Peyton. Trying to find O'Brien. Headed away by Grayson to Wake. Who finds Weatherson. Finlayson has made a damn wrong. Wake. I'm not sure if it would have been off or not, but it's a good tackle from McEwen. And Shinnie losing out. Oh, he's done well second time round. And McHale takes over. Shinnie again. Back to McHale. Malone. Cura do well to hold the ball up. And finds Eric Payton. And Payton's put a good ball forward looking for O'Brien, but it's just too long. The speedy left winger can't get onto the end of it. Walker to take a throw in. On by McGuffey. Wake. Does well. And Killen's able to get a foot in. McMenamin. And he's won a free kick, McMenamin. Masterton jumping in with him. And the referee gives the free kick to the home side. Which Eric Payton will collect from McEwen. McHale. Back to Cowan. Now Freddie Daquin. Shinnie. Curie just couldn't do enough with it. And that's cleared all the way up to the other side for a throw into Dundee. Taken quickly by Malone to McEwen. Back to Malone. McMenamin. And he tried to take it in. And he's used his arm. Free kick to Morton. And Cooper's going to take it. He's a long way out. And Morton will be hoping that this kick is a good one, because if it's a bad one, then Dundee could capitalise. Looking for Weatherson. And he wins the header, but it runs out of play for a goal kick to Dundee. So Dundee crowd trying to urge the Dundee team on. Both teams were sensational in the first half. It's just unlucky that no teams could get the ball in the back of the net. And Wake leaning into McEwen, but the ball runs through to Rod Douglas. Malone. On to O'Brien. O'Brien doing well, and he's taken out. And it will be a free kick to Dundee in a very dangerous position. Looks like Shinnie's coming across to deliver it. And McHugh is making his way up from the back. Daquin also on the edge of the box. And from Shinnie. Curia couldn't take it in stride. And McAllister. And with Shinnie. A reckless challenge from Shinnie. A young man on loan from Rangers. And I think Colin Brown's going to book him here, is he? Yeah, yellow card for Shinnie. What's a reckless challenge? And Andrew Shinnie's been awarded the yellow card. Alex Walker standing over the free kick. And he's looking for Weatherson. He's got the flick on. Now Ryan McGuffey trying to head it towards Brian Wake, but Rad Douglas comes and collects. Up from Douglas. Looks for McMenamin. And pushing the back on the Dundee man. And again, Dundee have another free kick midway in the Morton half. And Payton takes it quick to Freddie Daquin. Shinnie finds Malone. McHale back to Malone. And Dundee left back was caught out there, and he's still on the ground. This is going to be another card for the Morton player. And Finlayson being let off by referee Colin Brown. And again Shinnie comes across to the left hand side to take the free kick. And Shinnie whips it in. McEwen's up there. It's headed away by McManus. And McGuffey does well to flick it on. And Malone with the header. O'Brien. And McHale loses out. Headed away by McEwen. O'Brien again. Curia. Good ball to O'Brien. Freddie Daquin screaming on the right hand side. And it's found down. Freddie Daquin attack for Dundee. Good ball in. Oh, it's going to fall to Eric Payton. Curia, and the flag's gone up. It didn't look offside. It didn't look off, but the referee's linesman is giving it. Like to see that get on the replays. I'm sure it's very close. The Dundee fans will hope Payton maybe would prefer to have a crack. Cooper for the goal kick. Maybe a throw into Dundee. Malone all the way back to McEwen. On to Cowan. Freddie Daquin. Doing well, the Frenchman. Shinnie. And Smith. Missed kicks as he's clearing. That's a throw into Dundee near the corner flag. Payton with the throw finds Daquin. He's done well, Payton. And Cura couldn't really get in the end of it. Keep it with a goal kick. Looking for Weatherson. McEwen header as well. Falls to Finlayson. O'Brien tracking back well. Finlayson still has possession. It's been whipped in. And Daquin's able to get the ball clear. And there's also won a free kick as well. I think it may have just been a slight tug on the back there. And the free kick's been given. Up from Rad Douglas, looking for Curia. McManus beats him to it. McGuffey with a flick. McGuffey again. And McEwen does well to clear. Oh, clears for handball there. But Dundee play on kick gets a chance for O'Brien, but it runs through to Cooper. Certainly was a handball from Alex Walker, but wasn't given. Up from Cooper. Malone gets the ball out of play. Throw into Morton. And it's going to be a Dundee substitution. And it's captain for the D, Eric Payton, who's coming off. I think it may be Pozniak who's coming on. And Pozniak's on to replace the skipper. Canadian international. Had a good season with Dundee. And it comes. It's to Brian Wake. Oh, what a save from Rob Douglas. Well, it's not the save of the match, probably the second best save of the match. The one off the corner in the first half was sensational. So was this one. And Brian Wake's effort. Well saved by a Dundee stopper. In comes the corner. Headed away by McMenamin. And it comes again, but that's easy for Rob Douglas, who's throwing this one out, looking for Courier, who keeps it in. And Bosniak's first kick. Finds Daquin. But McMenamin appeared to have pushed Grayson there. Didn't look like much. And the referee gives a free kick. Out from Cooper. Well headed by Malone. And a sort of play from there, throw into Morton. In from Walker. Away by Malone. Then Shinnie. Only as far as Grayson, who whips one back in. Lofted high, and Rob Douglas comes and collects. Both sides haven't been very attacking in the second half. And Smith wins the header, beating Freddie Daquin to it. Cowan to take the throw in. And Courier trying to get in front of his man. And it's another throw in for Dundee. And this time Freddie Daquin will take it. Daquin gets it back from Shinnie. And Shinnie again turns well. And still Shinnie battling well. And it's fallen to Pozniak. McKeel finds Freddie Daquin. He'll take it down the touchline. And Pozniak trying to turn in between the two Morton defenders. And he's going to throw in. Again, down near the corner flag. And again, the Frenchman Daquin comes across to take. Shinnie. And he's lost possession there. No one really helping him out. And Morton want to throw in. Smith looking for Wake. With the flick on. And that'd be a throw in to Dundee. Cowan to take the throw in. And for Courier wins the flick on. McMenamin losing out. McAllister's header cleared by Cowan. Grayson onto Walker. Wake with the header. And it runs through to Brad Douglas. He's had a great game today, the Dundee keeper. And then with a flick, trying to find Daquin. And that'll be a throw into Dundee. And Shannon says to Daquin, I'll take this one. And again, it's another throw into Dundee, which Daquin will take. And it's cleared by McAllister. McEwen. And Master in gets away with that handball. And it's gone out of play for a throw into Dundee. Malone to Pozniak. He's lost out. Does well to get a tackle back in, but Finlayson attacking down the far right. And that's going to be a goal kick to Dundee. But Dundee still have one remaining substitution. I wonder if it might bring on a striker. And try to get a winner in this game. It's been a dull second half. Looking by O'Brien. It's cleared by McManus. Wait, closes out. Shinnie. Freddie Daquin. Puts a Shinnie again. That's a free kick. McAllister blatantly pushing Shinnie over. No, this is a very good position for Dundee to try and get ahead. McEwen's up. Pozniak has a bit of height about him as well. He's sitting just at the edge though. We should need to deliver. It's a good ball in. A foul. Oof. And it's failed to McMenamin. That was unlucky, he couldn't keep the shot down. Up from Cooper. And that'll be a throw into Dundee. McHale. Held away by Grayson. O'Brien. Finds Pozniak. Who does well and plays it back to McEwen. McHale. Back to Malone. McEwen again. And Freddie Daquin. Onto Pozniak. Switches it to Malone. McHale. Good ball line, finds Curia. He gets a turn. Stop. McMenamin, he's missed a sitter. And Colin McMenamin has missed the best chance of the whole game. And the striker who scored last week against Celtic has missed probably would be the easiest chance he'll ever score in his career. Well, the Dundee fans are trying to support him and urge him on. The next one should be in. McMenamin's had a few chances now, and that's the best chance of the whole game. And Colin McMenamin's hit it over the crossbar. Couldn't keep it down. Malone. Out for a throw into Morton. Oh, that was a chance to get Dundee the lead. And maybe a winner, because it looks like only one goal might just separate these teams. Wake wins a header. He has the ball again, Wake. Finlayson. O'Brien does well. Gets it clear, only as far as Masterton. Finlayson. Brian Wake again. Back to Masterton. Who's whipped one in. And Douglas collects that one. And now throws it to Daquin. Shinny. Good turn. And he's going to throw in. The Dundee fans are urging Dundee to try and get the lead here. They have been the better side in the second half, but don't have a lead yet. Good turn from Shinny again. Pozniak. And losing out. And McEwen. McGuffey. Goes past McHale. Finlayson. And Pozniak in the way. Maybe Walker to take a throw in. Up it goes. Wederson finds Wake. Walker onto Masterton. Has a shot. And well held Rob Douglas. And again he throws it out wide to Freddie Daquin. And well, the referee gets the free kick into Morton's favour. Freddie Daquin can't believe it. And referee Colin Brown has given what looked like a blatant free kick to Dundee, Morton's way. And the Dundee players and fans aren't happy. And Jockey Scott just having a word with his assistant. What can he do to try and get his side in the lead here? He still has Deasley and Young he can bring on. And that ball runs through to Rob Douglas. Up front, Douglas looking for Curia, and Daquin can't keep it in. Smith to take the throw from Morton. Shinny wins well. McMenamin trying to turn his man, but loses out. And it's another throw into Morton. McManus is going down. Dundee fans aren't too happy about this. And the physio does come on. Dundee players getting a bit of a rest, and the crowd here are not too happy that the Morton defender went down. Smith to take the throw in. Wederson wins it. McEwen away. Back up by Masterton. And Wederson was cut out by Cowan. McAllister to Smith. Lobs one forward. And Malone gets headed away. And Masterton, McHale should pick it up. And he's played it back to Malone. Shinny. Good play by either on loan midfielder. McHale. Finds Pozniak. Good ball. Up to Fred Daquin. And across the deep one. And Dundee will want to throw in. Taking quick, McHale. Shinnie. Trying to feed him at McMenamin. Oh. The chance for O'Brien. Penalty, surely. Not given. And well, O'Brien was bundled over. A referee Colin Brown has done a bit. And that'll be a free kick to Morton for a tiny little tug by O'Brien. And I'm not sure why the penalty wasn't given, because as the first shot's blocked, he goes in again and he's bundled over O'Brien, but the referee waves away the protest. Only 50 minutes left here at Dens Park. It's still goalless between Dundee and Greenock Morton. Walker to take the free kick. McAllister. Does well, gets past Fred Daquin and plays it to Weatherson. Back to Smith. And it's headed on by McGuffey, but it's ran out of play for a goal kick to Dundee. Brad Douglas with the goal kick. Curia surely being held back. Nothing given. Happens a lot with Mikel Antoine Curia. When he knows he's being pulled back, the referee just waves away any claim that the striker has. McEwen to Daquin. Good little ball forward. And Daquin running at Smith here. And McAllister comes across. And it's a throw in, right down at the corner flag, which the Frenchman Daquin will take. Shinnie does well. His cross is not a bad one, but it's cleared away by McManus. Now here's Malone. Oh, well, nothing given there. Looked like a free kick. I know Brian Waite comes away with the ball. And he's trying to play in Weatherson. And that's good play by McEwen. Holding off Weatherson very well. And he was also given a free kick. That's going to be a substitution here for Greenock Morton. And it is McManus who's going off. And Alan Jenkins is coming on in his place. Well, Morton still have two changes that they can make. Dundee left with one. McMenamin with the header. Shinnie clears the handball, and the free kick's given. And that's about the third claim, and third time lucky for Dundee. They've been given a free kick right on the edge of the box. And Shinnie's got the ball in his hands. He gets good at set pieces. I don't think he scored for Dundee this season yet, but can he do something with this free kick? Malone and McHale also standing over. Might fancy the left foot of Malone, but at the same time could be bended. But yeah, Shinnie. And I wonder what Dundee are going to do here. It's Shinnie who wallops it right into the wall. McEwen loves it forward. Oh. And well, Morton escaped, but only as far as Shinnie. And it's cleared away, sorry. And another handball there by Weatherson, not given. And McEwen finds Douglas, but Brian Wake closing him down. And that'll be a throw into Dundee. Cowan to take the throw in. McEwen on to Malone. McMenamin. And McHale finds O'Brien. And well, O'Brien's been penalised. O'Brien was the one brought down. And again, the referee gives the free kick in favour of Morton. Up from Cooper. Malone wins well, and has also been awarded a free kick. Here are Dundee going to make their final change. McMenamin and Courier both haven't put the ball in the back of the net yet, and both haven't played entirely very great. And now here Cowan finds Daquin. Shinnie. Nice give and go. And Smith comes across. Well, that's still in. And Cowan plays it back to McEwen. Headed away by Jenkins. And Pozniak and McHale getting each other's way, but the ball falls to Malone. Pozniak. McEwen. And that's a waste. Flicker by Finlayson. Shinnie. Malone back to McEwen. Headed away by Walker. McAllister trying to flick it forward again. Bosnia back to McEwen. And Brian comes away with it this time. A free kick to Dundee. And Morton aren't happy with the decision. And Morton bench are absolutely furious with the decision. But it is a free kick to Dundee. And Grayson being told to calm down. Oh, he's given a yellow card for his trouble. Well, Malone's sitting in telling McEwen to go forward. Oh, punch from Cooper. Oh, as far as Freddie Daquin. Good ball in again, McEwen. Off and headed over the crossbar by Grayson. It's just been given the book in. Well, that's good defending from the Morton defence. What a ball in it was. For Freddie Daquin, and the flick on from McEwen was could have been just as devastating as a blow, but it's another corner kick to Dundee. And again, McEwen still in the box. Malone's forward now. And from Shinnie, it's deep. And Pozniak and Malone getting each other's way. Oh, Pozniak was behind Malone. And it probably would have favoured the Canadian more than the Dundee left back. Shinnie wins the header. McMenamin. Daquin. Shinny. Back to Freddie Daquin again. And he's lost out. And Brian Wake forward with the ball now. Looking to find McAllister again. And that's run out of play. Daquin being let off there. It was just dilly-dallying over the ball. And it could have cost Dundee. There's only 5 minutes left. Or less than that, plus stoppage time. Up from Rod Douglas. Wins the header. Daquin, McMenamin. Looking for O'Brien, who can't keep it in. And he still has possession, O'Brien. McMenamin. Switches it to Daquin. Better play this from Dundee. Can they get the ball in the box? Throw into Dundee. Shinny. And that gets it all wrong. And Shinny again. Bosniak. Better place from Dundee. Daquin does well. Good ball in. Courier. McMenamin jump in. Bosniak. And it runs through to Cooper. Well, Dundee still can't find a way past Morton. And Dundee feels should be taking the 3 points from this game. But haven't done enough to win the game so far. Still time left, but not a lot. And both seem to be battling to try and get the winner. Morton look as if they're holding on though, because for the point. Dundee throwing everything in the last few minutes here. Masterton. And he's just happy to get it away. There's going to be the last change from Dundee. Freddie Daquin, who's gone off, and Darren Young's coming on to replace him. And Darren Young, whose first game was he was on for a minute and then sent off. At Airdrie, I think it was. Well, it's Malone to take the throw in. And the referee having a word with the Morton manager. McEwen. Back to Malone. McEwen again. Darren Young's just on and finds loads of space. Oh, Shinny. And it's Young on the ball now. Shinny again. And his cross is far too deep. And it's run all the way out to play for a throw in at the other side. And Shinny does excellently there. He does brilliant until the cross, and he gets it all wrong. And Rod Douglas has been awarded the man of the match. Bosniak hooking that forward. And Courier being penalised. As soon as Courier puts his hands up there, the referee blows that whistle. Up from Cooper. And well, free kick's been awarded to Morton here. Don't know what that's given for. And can Morton take advantage of a situation? It's Master on the take. And it's going to be a goal kick to Dundee. The flag is also up. And McEwen's still not happy with the referee. Free kick taken by Douglas. Young misses the flick. Cowan. And McKeown gets the ball away. McHale. Smith. Passing out does well to close him down. And it's a throw into Dundee. Malone. Finlayson to Wake. Back to Jenkins. And McKeown touches the heavy one. And goes back to Douglas. Clearance is not a good one. And collected this time. Finally the ball goes to Shinnie. He had acres of space when Malone could have switched it to him. Young. McMenamin. Young again. Pozniak. Young. Cowan. Switches it to O'Brien. Who's win a throw in. Last few minutes here at Dens Park. Still goalless. Dundee just can't seem to break through the Morton defence. And they did have the best chance of the game, which McMenamin blew over the top. Chance now for McMenamin. He gets turned, and again, the cross is just too deep. And it's a goal kick to Morton. McMenamin wants a corner. Feels as if it took a deflection, but Leisman gives a goal kick. Dens Park starting to empty now. Last few remaining minutes. And that's a throw into Dundee. Malone. Well, O'Brien can capitalise here. And it's cleared by McGuffey. Throw in. Dangerous position for Dundee. Can the onside grab a winner? McHale. Good ball line, Courier! Oh, it still will no! And why? Well, the referee's giving something here. And he's giving a foul on the keeper. There's nothing in that. And Young can't believe it. The keeper spills it. And because Young takes advantage of the situation, the flag's going right up. Well, that didn't look like a free kick. But Courier had a glorious chance to grab a late winner. And it probably looks like it would be the last chance of the game. Well, Dundee will feel hard done by. They've been the better side overall. But they're not taking these 3 points at home. McHale. Shinnie. And throw into Morton, which they're not in any hurry to take, but Walker's come across. And it's going to be a throw into Morton. Cowan and Wake both headering it. And the referee gives the throw in to the away side. Down near the corner flag as well. And a chance to get a good throw in the box here. Weatherson. Still in play. And he's running that throw in. And is it just a case of time wasting from Morton? They'll take the point. Although they shouldn't really be going home with anything. Chance here for McAllister. And that sums up Morton's approach to this game. Not long left. And there goes the final whistle at Dennis Park. Dundee looked the better side, but at the end of the day it finishes Dundee 0, Morton 0.